All right, we are live and good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and welcome to this morning's Feature Friday with Dr. Laura Gravel. So thank you so much, Dr. Laura, for hopping on this morning. So
Abs-
let's get
Yeah, let's
started.
get started. Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So what is the name of your business?
Sure. My business is Gravel Family Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Mhm.
And what is it exactly that you do? I know it's part of the name, but you do so much, so many amazing
Yeah,
things.
you
So
know what? I'm a chiropractor and I'm a brain-based, neurologically focused chiropractor. So that's different than a I have a sore back chiropractor. Just yesterday, I had somebody say, "Man, I learned so much about how my brain works on that first visit." So I'm a brain-based, neurologically focused chiropractor.
that is amazing. And why is it that you do what you do?
Yeah, you know what? I've been a chiropractor for 17 years. Graduated in 2003, and I think I mean, one of my highest values is really inspiring others to unveil their greatness. So when I see that happen in the office, that is what lights me up. That is why I do what I do. So when we see the peel away the layers of stress, people's personalities change, people's personas change, people become more talkative, people engage in different behaviors and just become to light up the room. So when I do what I do to inspire others to see their greatness within.
That is amazing. And so by doing that, you're, giving people a new, fresh outlook on life as well, too, right? Because people have been either suffering through pain or being brain based as well, too, right? The amount of stress that everyone's going through right now.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
we see bodies even that were pretty resilient. Like in the office, I use the words resiliency. I use the words threshold. I use the words adaptability, bounce back, and a big concept is ease in our office. I will say that all the time. Not easy, but ease. So people realize, oh my gosh, what we have all just been through and are still navigating through is not ease. My threshold is lower, my adaptability is lower, my bounce back is get up and gone. So those are the concepts that we really instill in people on day one. So oh yeah, even with people with relatively high levels of functioning have been uh, really thrown to the curb in the last 6 to 9 months. Yeah.
um, yeah, absolutely. That's been very challenging times navigating. So what is something that you want people to know about your business?
Sure. I think there's different kinds of chiropractic. So when I say brain based, I first want to let people know, and again, this was highlighted yesterday. Some new person said, if I wouldn't have known that you were about the brain, and that's what attracted her to my office, I would have no use for chiropractor. Like I've avoided chiropractor like the plague, or thank God I've never had to use you for whatever, however old she is. So first off, I want people to just think about, there's three real categories that people seek out chiropractic and seek out my services. First is posture. So if you feel you're not navigating gravity, or we're weakened and we're forward and we're at our desk all the time, that head, many ladies say, I've got this hump coming in the back there. So posture, or how I can navigate the world, my coordination, that's the first category that would be outside of the pain. People come to see me. Second is movement. So if you demand of your body and your body can't give you what it wants, like you're exhausted all the time, or you just can't get that cadence up and running, or you just want to play with your kids and you're just stiff all the time. So really that high level of engagement in life, that's the second reason people come to see me. Again, not necessarily pain. And the third is stress. So when people are overdone, overworked, over like uber controlling my environment, time, space, vigilant all the time, not sleeping, exhausted, the body pushback, like I say, too many apps open on your phone and you're trying to juggle all the balls. Again, not with pain. So we do a lot. So that's, I guess, what I want people to know, that, that thing up your back, it is the interface between how you take in your world, how your brain receives and perceives all that information and controls the body. And it all comes from a spine that moves. So if a spine doesn't move, so if a spine moves and fluid and flexible, that brain can say, hey, what's going on in my world? I'm going to receive all that information I'm going to tell my body how to adapt appropriately and not launch that stress response. So the converse of that is if the spine doesn't move, that brain, it really goes into a dark cave and can't, sure, we still navigate life, but it can't receive and get all that information optimally so I can download my life and live a vivid life today. So it's all about motion of the spine. So what have people been doing? Sitting at the computer, not moving, right? Even you get a lot of kids come from university. They no longer walk to class. So literally they're in front of their computer 6 to 8 hours a day. And we are all doing all these Zoom meetings too. So motion of, if I say it 100 times, Amy, a day, motion of the spine keeps the brain alive and awake. Think about if you're in a car 8 hours or in a flight, which we can't take right now, but whatever. Your body just craves that information, that motion. So motion of the spine keeps the brain alive.
That's a great motto and a great tagline for everyone to remember too, right? Because it's so important. And especially like you're saying right now with all the Zoom meetings and everything like that, that's happening. So many people are working from home. Their desk is probably not set up ergonomically for them, right? And even if they wanted to buy stuff, everything seems to be sold right now too. So even more important to be seeing you for your services and to help get them that motion. And then with a lot of kids home, I'm sure there's so many more backaches
and the
and stuff
backpack,
that's happening.
Some of my practice members the other day said how heavy her kid's backpack is because they got to clear their desk out every day. And this little girl has scoliosis. Says, got to carry all that stuff back and forth every day, and they're sitting at their desk, and their lack of motion, and even in the music, they're getting the lack of cross body control with the violin or whatever. They're lacking that. Like music comes in the form of didactic and teaching right now. So, oh yeah, we see kids, we see newborns. So to bring more ease in the body doesn't have to work so hard. And we see just amazing changes in the body when that brain dials that stress response down. I can download my life appropriately and live a vivid life. That's really what we're about.
And you do some pretty cool testing with people too when they first come in. It's pretty amazing, some of the testing you do that we think that I know when I've had it done, like I didn't think I was that stressed, and you have us kind of marching on one spot. And I think that I'm marching on one spot, and meanwhile I've moved like halfway across the room, having no idea that.
Yeah. So again, it's the brain has to take in your environment and tell you where you are in space. That's one of its jobs, right? Without vision, the brain relies on motion of the spine. So these tests that Amy's referring to are called vitality tests. They're unique to our office. That not I know that they will infiltrate a lot of other offices, but it's not just me poking at your back and saying, "Oh, this." It's I want to show you where there is a gap. So we know we can lose function of the nervous system before symptoms arise. So we do a 6 to 8, we call them vitality tests, to see the strength of your nervous system in adapting to your world and the state of it. If it's in rest and digest and heal, fabulous, or the faster we want to get it there, or if it's in fight or flight, and then the body's not resting, not digesting, it's on guard all the time, super vigilant, and no healing happens, and then we go into that survival and motion ceases.
And you probably see so many people in fight or flight even before all of this happened. So I can just imagine
it's
10x
now. It's 10x.
Yeah. So is there one thing that you're working on or feel that you could use some help or support with in your business right now?
You know what? I think it's just the rebuild. I mean, chiropractic, all businesses took a large hit, but with chiropractic, I mean, we follow all of the guidelines that we do. I am masked all the time. Patients are masked all the time. There is a massive amount of cleaning in my office. I have a staff just devoted to that. So protocols are high. So I want people to know coming to the chiropractor is safe. I think that's the first thing I want people to understand. Yes, I am in your space. However, it's a touchy-feely profession, right? So I want, first thing is people to understand that coming to the chiropractor is safe. It's actually going to propel you forward and get you stronger, strengthen this vehicle for the next storm that comes, whatever that storm will be. So number one, I want people to know it's safe to come to the chiropractor, that we adhere to all the protocols, and just that rebuild, because we were forced to close for 74 days all of the professions where we are in your space, yours as well, Amy. I want people to know that it's safe to come back, because fear instills degradation.
It's only making our body that much more toxic and that much more stressed,
more
right?
vulnerable, right?
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's such a good point for people. I know we like to meet people where they're at, right? Because I know there is a lot of fear, but reinforcing that it is safe and that you're following all of the protocols and that you're just there to help them and whatever capacity that is that they're looking for too, right? So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And yes, if people aren't comfortable, that's fine. We will touch base with them in a month or so when they might, but just to fear in the brain and body, in the fear in the brain and the body really just sit and hold in that physiology, right? I just had a conversation with my kids the other day about just about that and how it's going to take a generation to, I think, move past, but
to work through it. So I'll have you post kind of in the group, where people can find you, how they can follow you and learn more about you. I know you've been doing so many motivational and inspirational quotes on your Facebook
yes,
page and stuff like that,
yes.
which has been so amazing to see because we need so much more positivity in this world. So thank you for being that light and shining that and sharing, your gratitude and what you're doing in your office and how you're uplifting and helping others. And I know you used to host so many workshops as well too, so I know that's probably missing that engagement
We
with people.
pivoted.
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore. Yeah.
Right, but I know it's always so uplifting, and there's always a bright friendly smile when you come in, whether it's the front desk and seeing you. So thank you so much for what you do, and we'll just end with a little bit of inspiration. So is there a favorite book, podcast, mentor, or even art or something that you find that kind of helps you?
Yeah, you know what is a quote? It says by Dr. John DeMartini, and he's a chiropractor, but he was in The Secret. He's way more than a chiropractor, but he so his one of his quotes is when I'm just going to look at my notes here because I want to get it right. When the voice and vision on the inside is louder and more profound than all the opinions on the outside, you have begun to master your life.
That is a powerful quote. That's a mic drop right there.
There you go. So it doesn't matter what the other thing, you got to peel away what's inside. And when your vision and mission is more profound, master your life. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Dr. Laura.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It was wonderful talking with you. And I know that, there's so many ways to connect with you and there's so much support that you can offer. So I'm just going to end the live video. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And I hope you're able to connect with Dr. Laura, and we will chat with you soon.